What is up, everybody? It's another early morning Tony G cast here, and yeah, JH and taeng, two of the top players in this tournament, are now facing off with each other, and it should be a good one. Yeah, two high APM Koreans. We've all seen JH on this channel before. Previous season winner. Yeah, when he's in his top form, he is extremely hard to beat in every single matchup. Yes, very, very good JH. We all have seen him play. And now Mr. taeng, the current #1 favorite to win this tournament. Had a little trouble with Resoud, but what can you do in Protoss versus Zerg? JH gonna have his hands full in this matchup here. Go ahead and speed up this early game here. I think we're actually gonna see a Nexus first here, so a little bit of a different approach Mr. JH is gonna have, or taeng is gonna have versus JH. I'm gonna go for that gateway, probably that forge right afterwards, and things shall unfold here. Not gonna pool up any Zerglings here as well, so JH not too worried about any crazy pressure. Both of them having some mutual respect for each other, not going to try to kill each other too early. Overlord is gonna scout the probe, so he's gonna have to send down 2 drones to build 2 Sunkens, as he doesn't know how much pressure is coming. This is a fairly early scout for a Protoss, so yeah, not fun for JH here. Probe gonna be annoying here. Delay the Sunken to go down. Hopefully he doesn't want to lose that drone. I'm gonna do a little roundy loopy. Gonna wait for some Zerglings to come, and yeah, just try not to lose that little dance going down here. But yeah, JH is gonna keep that alive, and that delay of the Sunken isn't going to be too big of a deal. It has 6 Zerglings out, 2 Sunkens are gonna be up. Built 2 more Zerglings, yeah, he really doesn't know how much pressure is going to go on. He knows that there's going to be a big opportunity for taeng to do a little run by, if he does have a big group of Zealots. Even getting a cannon now too, so taeng really, really respecting Mr. JH here a lot. Put up that little cannon, knowing that JH can keep those Zerglings alive forever if they do happen to get into space. Do have to respect your opponent and adjust your builds accordingly. And that is exactly what Mr. taeng is doing. I think we're going to see a Cyber Core come down soon. He does have his 2 gas. Is going to JH is going to know where his opponent is. Also keeping that probe alive, which is another little go-to thing. Both players extremely high AP. You can see taeng up to 370 APM. So yeah, he is a monster, man. These Zerglings going to come in here, try to do what they can get done. This probe's still alive. Very go-to stuff here. Not easy to continue to micro and macro and just keep this little probe alive. You have to have 400 APM to do that, but he's getting a lot of really good information here. Seeing the timings for everything. JH getting a couple more hatcheries. Not any quick gas, so yeah, which is not going to be a big deal, as there isn't any Cyber Core down, which I'm sure he scouted as well. We'll see if taeng is going to try to get that pylon out here on that choke and establish that quick Reaver cannon contain. Starport coming down. So, it does have a core down here. I'm just a blind noob. So he did have that core down a long time ago, so that must have been scouted. So JH is going to know that the drop timing's pretty well. taeng does love to get the starport out. I think it's a very good idea too. Just pick off these overlords. Make sure that Zerg gets no additional vision for those inevitable drops that will be coming through. Does have his citadel down now, and his robo all going to be built here at the very back of his base. Zealot's going to come in here. 4 Sunkens, lots of Zerglings here, so this shouldn't do too much. Going to apply some pressure here, but Zerglings and Sunkens are pretty good, but so are taeng Zealots. doing a pretty cost-efficient trade here, making sure that all the surface area is covered, and he's maximizing his damage to each of these units. Zerglings are retreating a little bit, and now he's going to actually have to deal with a couple of zealots in his base. One sunken being forced to be thrown up at home. Nice little diversion there to get those zealots to go against those sunkens. But yeah, these zealots are not going to be easy to deal with. That's a lot of zealots on here. They are fairly injured. The shields are low. Sunken is probably going to go down. He's going to be forced to build HyDrAs. Okay, HyDrAs are coming out. That's not bad. He doesn't mind having to build HyDrAs. He does not want to lose any drones. Now he has 28 drones. Hasn't lost any yet so far, so he's going to actually deal with this quite well here, microing those Zerglings and HyDrAs very well, but still taeng being super cost efficient with that trade. First Corsair is going to come in here. He sent it into scout, but he kind of pretty much already got a full scout on, so yeah, good thing he keeps that alive and wants to start picking off these overlords that are all around the map that JH has. No overlord speed anywhere close, adding a lot of hatcheries here now though, and his evolution chamber. So JH reading this very well here and playing super nicely. Not overcommitting to anything and having just enough every single time to deal with what's going on. And if JH can get out of control, it's going to be a big deal. The Corsair gets his first Overlord kill, second Overlord down here by that second Corsair. We got 3 more vulnerable Overlords here, then the rest are going to have to be within HyDrA saving range. These first drop though coming up. Last game that we watched taeng play, he just did a massive drop. We've also seen him push the front with the Reaver. We'll see exactly what he plans to do with this Reaver. He does have a lot of speed legs here. Speed Zealots and Lurker, or not Speed Zealots and Lurker, Speed Zealots and Reaver, pretty good combination. He has a very good gateway number back at home. JH has neglected his choke a little bit here, so I'm a little bit worried about him in this next attack here. These Reavers are going to be out. He's going to have to add a couple additional Sunkens, and he's going to have to really start massing his HyDrAs now. He has 44 drones, so he has an excellent drone count. He can really focus on getting his units now, getting that HyDrA range, getting Overlord speed, so all of his upgrades are going to be good. He just has to make sure his choke does not break right now. He cannot let the choke break. He's going to try to send some HyDrAs in to pick off some of these Reavers. You can see taeng though has a small little group of Zealots just to prevent them from getting too close here. More dropships being produced. I imagine we're going to be seeing some high tempo. Yeah, there we go. So he's going to be going for a storm drop after this. Looks like he's trying to break the front, go for a storm drop. JH still doing this very nicely, adding Sunkens just in the time, good time, where it's not going to affect his economy too much. No static defense back at home. Gonna trust his reaction time to prevent any damage from drops coming down. First storm drop gonna come out here. I think, that's the only dropship out. He did build a bunch of dropships, but looks like, just one dropship going to come in here. JH does have a lot of units here, and maybe he's going to use these Corsairs. But I guess, even one dropship of Corsairs isn't going to be a crazy thing to stop. Corsair's going to come in here, see if they can do anything. The Zerglings, or Zealots coming in here, trying to sneak this drop in. JH does see this drop though, not going to let that drop come in. Instead, he's using these other HyDrAs that were at the top to help kill these Zealots that are getting a good surround here on these Sunken. A beautiful Reaver shot there. And JH is going to be able to hold on without really, once again, taking any damage, putting himself in a crazy good position, and we have ourselves an intensely good game here. taeng is getting a lot of resistance here. In our previous Zerg versus Protoss, it has not been this close and intense, so I'm glad that this is changing. It's giving me hope. I'm now excited to play Zerg versus Protoss once again. I was depressed about it after that last series, but I'm once again looking forward and having faith in the evenness, the balancedness of this map. It's amazing. The drop's still waiting to try to get in here. JH knows that it is a possible threat. neglecting this top corner, so he just must know something that we don't know. I guess he's trusting that these overlords possibly would have spotted it. I don't know exactly what he's doing. Setting a HyDrA up here, which is going to give him some vision here in his major blind spot that he does have. 10k, not deterred, continuing to mass up. Going to try to capitalize once again on his supply lead. More and more hatcheries, so getting put on here, attached. Lurkers now finally being added on. I don't see any muta tech or anything, so right now he is just going to be relying on massing HyDrA, which, yeah, is going to be good. HyDrA Lurker is going to be more than enough that you need in the beginning. Getting that Queen's Nest now and that Spire, I'm sure, will be coming up here. But, yeah, we have JH getting himself in this scary position. 10k is really going to have to get some drops off. No drops have landed yet. No real drops have been attempted yet. Some storms going down here. No observers, so he's going to have to rely on his High Templars to kill these lurkers. And yeah, he's going to have to back up here. Does not want to trade his whole army away into lurker sunken without an observer. Good spread here by JH. Going to make it sure that actually not a good spread here. He's actually stacking up these lurkers. And gonna die to it. Another 2 rounds of drones being built, so he's gonna start adding on all of his gas. Gonna get that Spire down, and he's gonna start transitioning into the Guardians now that he has a nice economy, nice safe defense here. Yeah, we're gonna have to see what 10k. I don't think 10k is gonna be able to break this front here. Adding more and more Reavers, but okay, the observer is here now, but taking massive damage from these lurkers here. Lurkers are now going to go down, so he does have a pretty good army here with a lot of lurkers or Reavers and High Templars, but a lot of HyDrA is going to come in here. JH supply fairly low, but he has that nice concave on this nice choke, and I think he's going to be okay picking off most of these Reavers, which is the important thing to do. And continue to add Sunkens here and Lurkers in the background. So yeah, this nice concave here is just going to make it more difficult for the Protoss to enter. And but JH got stormed in the meantime. I missed that, and that's actually going to be devastating here. Did finally get that storm off, and that's how quickly the tides could change. Even I was distracted by that. Yeah, there's no way that he was able to pull that. Gonna have to remake all of his drones back down to 6 drones. Was at 40. Did get Overlord dropped though this whole time, so he's gonna try to counter drop, which I don't know how much I like that, but I guess he's pretty desperate right now that he has no economy. More reinforcements gonna be pouring in here. And yeah, JH isn't going to have anything to deal with this if he's going to go for that drop. Another drop going to come in here from the front. No, just drop ships, just fakes. But yeah, this little army, you're going to have to get some reinforcements, but he's building more and more drones. This drop is going to come in here, and it's going to be a desperate measure. He's going to have to try to hold on here while also getting that his drone count down to 23, so he cannot afford to get another drop here. But he's just going to try to hold on. Really going to be desperate for this. If this drop does land and get all of the workers, it could be pretty devastating. And yeah, it's going to be quite intense going on right now. He's going to have to hold his supply is really low. 10k knows that he hit that drop, and JH is weak, but he's going to come in here. 2 Reavers actually going to be spawning out right out of these, which is going to help so much in this drop. The Lurker going to try to land and get some, but not even going to be able to do that. And that's not going to work. A desperate measure for the desperate time. That drop absolutely devastating Mr. JH. Still able to hold on the front here, but yeah, he invested a lot in that drop. That is going to be real tough to recover from. This next big wave of units is going to come in here. JH is building drones, and he needs units. Yeah, that's tough. One drop that even I missed, so I don't blame him for missing it, but that's why you need some of that static D back there, man. If you get some of that static D, you don't always have to be focusing 100% on those drops, and there's a chance that it might just defend itself. But nonetheless, that was an exhilarating game there. JH had more than one opportunity. And yeah, just one tiny little drop just effed him in the A, and yeah, 10k gonna hold on and win that. Nice continual pressure there. I didn't think he's gonna be able to break that front, but you have to add some drops. That one drop, that's what it did it. One drop. Protoss versus Zerg, no longer want to play it, and back to being depressed and hating this game. GG guys, we'll see you in the next game. Game number 2. We got JH, gonna be the Terran, top middle, versus taeng, the number 1 seed player, Zerg in the bottom left position. Taeng, or Mr. JH, is gonna have an opportunity this game to even the series up. Anyone who gets Zerg is at an automatic disadvantage. So yeah, JH gonna have the opportunity. taeng, obviously, Zerg can win any matchup. It's just not easy to do. So he's more than capable of winning. And Zerg versus Terran, not nearly as broken as Zerg versus Protoss. So yeah, taeng. Not gonna be an easy one for JH, but especially because he's got the corner here too. Everything's looking okay for being Zerg, at least. And we shall see how it unveils. JH, though, no slouch. And Terran versus Zerg is one of my favorite matchups. Personally, I enjoy it, even though it can be extremely frustrating dealing with defilers. But it's better than dealing with storm drops and cannons, I think. So yeah, we're going to just have a regular-ish open here from everyone. I'm gonna just times 2 it a little bit until we get some action going. 3 gateway, no gas yet. Gonna get that double scout off. First Marine, always nice to send him out. Not gonna see any overlords or anything yet, neither player. Look at that greedy late sunken here. I did produce some Zerglings though, only 4 though, not gonna build 6, and luckily for him, oh, he did build 6, just 1 from the top hatch, and now we're gonna go back to normal speed. First Marine does go down. Both players know exactly what they're gonna do. Instantly a gas is thrown down here for Mr. JH. And we'll see if he's going to go for the factory or a quick academy. A lot of Zerglings. Okay, whoa, did I just miss that? Did he go Zerglings? Did he upgrade Zergling speed? He did. He got 100 gas and went Zergling speed. Okay, so taeng is going to go for some Zergling shenanigans here. He went, oh my goodness, how did I miss that? What was I doing to miss that, him getting gas and everything? Was I just looking at JH? Was I just jacking off my eyes with that? I don't know how I missed that, but yeah, taeng did get Zergling speed. Took his guys off the gas at 100, and now he has just been producing Zerglings off the 3 hatchery. This is a build that I love to do, and if your opponent is not ready for it, it will absolutely catch them off guard. You can win PVs, you can win ZVP, you can win ZVT, ZVZ. This is a very good build. 3 hatcheries, non-stop Zergling production until that Zergling speed is done. You can have 2, almost 3 control, 36 Zerglings at that point. And yeah, with speedlings, your opponent isn't going to have much to react. And JH is going to be in a little bit of trouble. He's definitely going to be thrown off guard here. Going to have to throw some bunkers back at home. Going to have to get some oh, he does have the academy, so he does have some fire bats. And one thing he does have going for him is that taeng does not know where he is, but he is going to go directly up into the correct position. And yeah, gonna have to get a bunker down for sure. Pulling off some zells, getting 2 bunkers down here. Gonna pull his SCVs, I mean, and gonna have to get that bunker down, and the bunker is done, and that actually may just save his life. So fireman's coming out here. Okay, yeah, so you know what? JH is officially fine here. Yeah, that's oh, but yeah, he's gonna get that factory, and he's not gonna be able to cancel it, so that's huge. Gonna slow him down a lot. Gonna go for that academy here as well. So taeng going to do what he can with this, and he's gonna do that. He's gonna prevent Stim from going down as well. So this isn't a complete game over hold now. He did get a little bit of damage done, luckily for him. You are pretty all in, and he is still building Zerglings, so yeah, he feel like he does have to keep applying some pressure here, but JH has a command center now, and he's going to be a little slow on tech, but his economy is just going to be booming, and that is not what Mr. taeng economy is. Down to 11 drones right now. Did start collecting gas again. It does have another layer here. Going to continue to try to pick off what he can. Koreans have such good Zergling micro. Like, I tried to micro my Zerglings, but they just do not work as well as the Korean Zerglings. Gonna just quickly take off this depot. Just, what is that? 8 Zerglings can rip down building. They took down that academy so quickly too. So nice stuff here by taeng. Really being cost efficient as F with these Zerglings. Again, picking off some stray Marines here. Super good micro here. Just it makes it look so much easier than it is. It is not easy to do this. Pick off Marines and stay alive here. Layer just completed. Factory is started a little bit safer here now. We do see the turret. He's afraid of a lurker follow-up, which can be a very common thing. Use these Zerglings to keep the Terran person in their base, so you can sneak a HyDrA or a Zergling, lurker or two in there, and yeah, you won't be able to deal with that until you have a scan or a vessel. Luckily for him, though, he does have his academy going, so he will have a comstat. Gonna have starport gone, and yeah, he's gonna be able to apply a little bit of pressure here. But yeah, 10K hasn't been able to add additional any additional hatchery, so he's gonna go for what I've seen Brain go for, just the 3 hatchery Muta Guardian, which is, yeah, it can work, but it's not easy to do. You cannot lose any of your mutas. And nicely done here. JH gonna pick off 2 Sunkens with some reinforcements. Gonna really, yeah, have to do some counter pressure here. He knows that 10K can't have too much here. 10K saving up all of his larvae here. Gonna have 9 mutas on the way. And he's really gonna have to get some work done. JH though throwing away some medics here. Not what you want to do here. And he's gonna throw away a couple of Marines here. He might as well just attack. I don't know why he doesn't just stim in here and attack. He can clearly take out these 2 Sunkens. I don't know why he got so aggressive on those first 2 and then just kind of backed off there. I don't know. You took out 2. You obviously have enough to take out 2 more. But it's going to make for a better game because now the mutas are going to be out while he still has the choke here. So 10K is going to have a chance here, and we are always cheering for the Zerg player. Because, yeah, it's just hard to win. Nice stim there. He's going to pick up 2 mutas. That's not what you want here for Mr. 10K. Beautifully dealt with there. Yeah, picked off a muta each time they went in for for a little jab there. A little shot, and he's going to have to back off. See, he is getting that Queen's Nest. He is going to go for that 3-4 now hatchery Guardian. Has 8 mutas in here. Going to try to pick off his tank, which he absolutely does want to do without losing too many mutas. But he is getting his mutas picked off. He's targeting the mutas. That's what's happening. He's not just moving, he's clicking on the mutas. You can see that not all of them are getting hurt, just one individual mutas going down. So that is what JH is doing that we can't see there. He's individually clicking those mutas, target firing. That's what you want to do when you're up against the zealots as well. And then he's stimming before they come in here. And yeah, he's protecting this tank like a boss, man. That is not easy to do sometimes. JH's micro is making it look easy here, picking off these mutas, keeping these muta count really, really low, and macro like an absolute boss at home, getting Valkyries, and yeah, this is definitely looking to be in JH's favor, but you can never underestimate the power of a high APM Zerg player, using these 4 to pick off that final tank, and he is going to win that battle, but what are you going to do about these Valkyries now? Gonna be forced to throw down a HyDrA den. These Valkyries, I think, are going to be a nightmare for 10K to deal with, unless he just AFKs them. And again, he's gonna be able to slow this down somehow, and actually gonna surround on these Valkyries. So amazing micro here, staying alive in this kind of situation here. Now he does gonna have some speed links to help here, and yes, somehow he's making this work. JH is sending in 2 small enough armies that 10K can actually deal with them, sending these Scourges in here as well, taking out those Valkyries. It's just super high level stuff. I don't know if it's going to be enough here, but he is just continuing to hold on by the skin of his teeth, and I think JH knows that he just has to continue to apply pressure, because he can continue to macro, continue to build SCVs, continue to get gas and production, while 10K has to build units to defend this. that is the disadvantage of the Zerg player. You can't build drone and units. Well, you can, I guess, technically, but you know what I fucking mean, okay? Stop being a fucking guy. Vessel gonna get picked off there nicely. Muta's dealing with Valkyries, not ideal, but you can see that he's splitting them up nicely there. They were all both shooting the one Muta and the pile of Mutas to be able to attack it, so with good enough micro and small enough numbers, you can deal with these Valkyries, but like once you get like 4, you're gonna be effed here. No Defiler Den, so he is just going to be relying on the Muta Guardian Devourer Scourges. Forced to bring up more suckers, and he has been able to get quite a decent drone count for the most part. This is incredibly, wildly close battles here. And yeah, taeng just being a boss here. Another Scourge gonna go on that Valkyrie, gonna be able to pick that off, and once again, just continuing to hold on here. A couple of Eradicatates are going to be coming in here, though, and that's not going to be fun to deal with. I wonder if he has himself a burrow. No Scourges in sight, so these are going to come down here, and that isn't going to be fun to deal with. He maybe should have just got Vessels instead of... oh, he's gonna do an Eraser tactic here, gonna erad each other, and actually it's not going to be beneficial. He could have just eraded them. He didn't have Burrow, so that was a bit of a mistake there, trying to be cute, Mr. JH there. Instead of just erading the drones, he wanted to erad each other and do for a little Eraser maneuver, and yeah, that isn't going to work, and now Guardians are going to be out, but that isn't going to be the biggest deal since he does have Valkyries already. No lurkers or anything, and the choke has been broken. This is not what you want as a Zerg player. It's so hard to win once your choke is down, unless you just have a huge army that you've just been saving in this bot. You've just enough time, but I don't think the choke bot was just enough time. It's close. He is going to have a couple of Guardians out, but these Valkyries going to come in here, devastate these Devourers before they get brought up. This tank's going to sneak by, and yeah, this is going to be GG. taeng knows it. We all know it. Well played. Nice try. And yeah, we're going to be even up at 1-1 in this best of 7 series. So far, it's as good as it could possibly get. This could have been a finals easily. These players are so good. Jump into game number 3. Are we on game number 3? Right? It's 1-1. I think. Oh no, that's I gotta. No. Yeah, I don't know. I literally. Yeah, I think it's 1-1, right? Whatever. Here we are in the next game. JH Red Protoss, taeng Zerg. So taeng. Let's see. He's not had the best Zerg versus Protoss so far. Resoud was able to beat him, so I think JH is gonna be able to beat him. I think JH actually probably, well, unless you know what, JH definitely has a better Zerg versus Protoss than taeng. I'll say it right now. Again, I haven't seen a lot of taeng's games, but just from watching him versus Resoud and then watching JH versus taeng, I think it is significantly. I think JH has the Zerg versus Protoss figured out a little bit more than taeng. A little bit better. Okay, so let's go back to normal speed. We went for a Nexus, Gateway, Forge, into a Choke. So JH playing like a scared little bitch in this one, but also super safe. He's going to go for heavy drops. I imagine we're going to see some gas being thrown down real soon here, I imagine. What are you going to do? Are you going to build another Nexus? Oh my goodness. JH going for a triple Nexus. I don't like this at all. I don't like this build. I'm going to say it right now. Unless he's just going to go for the heavy Corsair Robo build. The like Stargate Robo build. That's the only way that I like this triple. But again, I guess if he knows that, if he knows taeng likes to do the super quick layer stuff, maybe it's gonna work. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting to see. He invested in 8 Zerglings, super quick ass layer versus a triple choke. I've never seen JH do this before. This is a HyDrA-esque build here. Except HyDrA likes to get 4 gates. But yeah, the triple. You don't see it a lot, but because it can be risky. Like in the early game, you can be risky. It obviously puts you behind a little bit. That's why you have to get this dumb little choke here. Because Terran can F you right up. They can still F you right up. But JH now is going to, or no, 10K is now going to see what JH is doing. Going for the, yeah, he's definitely going to go for some starport. I think it's because of the starport robo play. He's going to go for Corsairs and robotics facilities. Go for big ass Reaver drop with Corsairs to cover him. Layer though is done at the 4 minutes, and he is going to go for that Spire. So JH may want to throw down a second Stargate here. He has no idea what's going on. He is completely in the dark. 10K could be just massing drones right now for all he knows. And if he did mass drones, if this was one of the games where 10K decided to build some of his oh, I just got distracted there. Some of his hatcheries at home instead of going for a choke, this would have been one of those super awesome builds. You can almost hard counter this triple Nexus build if you just skip this hatchery at the choke. Like sometimes you just go for like 2 hatchery before pool at home. You just do it sometimes because you're just so sick of playing Zerg and you're like, fuck it. Well, I'm probably gonna lose anyway. I might as well go for some risky build. And yeah, and this is a time where you're like, oh sweet, this idiot went for 2 cannons. I got all this choke and I didn't even do anything. I'm just massing drones, and you'll be able to max HyDrAs before the Protoss can do anything, because he's gonna have to be a little bit scared. First, he actually did get 2 Stargates, so JH is just hard countering 10K right now. He's gonna have 1 upgraded Corsairs versus this Mutas coming out right now, and even getting a couple of cannons. So JH knows exactly what's going on. He knows exactly that he is going to be up against Mutas. These two obviously have a history together, and JH playing this really super smart right now, getting another Stargate. And yeah, he's gonna get a lot of Corsairs. Oh, is he going fucking scouts? Is that the scout upgrade? Faster scout movement, yeah. So he's actually gonna go for some scouts here, which is actually hilarious. He's actually just trolling, I guess. He's going to the triple Nexus into scouts. A couple of AFK probes here. The Mutas are coming in here. Maybe he'll just die to Mutas here. It is also possible to just die to Mutas. Oh, never mind. There's only 6, 7 Mutas here. A couple of cannons with Corsair. These Scourgies are going to try to pick off these Corsair. Two Scourgies can pick off a single Corsair. Going to try to dance around these cannons. The cannon's not targeting the Scourgies though, so this is actually being really nicey here. I think you should just sacrifice one of your fucking things at this point. So you're not running away the whole time, letting these Mutas devastate your cannons undetected, but he is going to do his thing. I think he ended up losing that Corsair anyway, so all that dancing was absolutely pointless. Just let those Mutas fight. Another Scourgy. The Scourgies are how you're going to have to deal with these. And yeah, he's actually transitioning into HyDrA here as well, getting a HyDrA speed here. So 10K, he's not just all in with these Mutas, he's just buying time, and he's going to transition, but oh my god, a single robo. So literally JH is just going for mass scouts here. He's single robo, single gateway, or I guess he has 2 gateways. 2 gateways, 1 robo, 4 starports, and he's upgrading all of his air upgrades and going for mass scouts. Never seen it before, but hey, maybe that's what you want to do versus this build. You know that eventually, actually maybe, I don't know, man. It's real crazy right now, because if he goes scouts and then 10K just stops building Mutas, goes into HyDrA, he could be fucked. And it looks like Overlord speed's gonna go down 2 Evo Chambers, so it does look like JH is gonna start, or 10K is gonna start transitioning. But yeah, those Corsairs just erased those Mutas. Now they got 1 upgrade, and this is going to be something to deal with here. This is a real life threat here. Every single Overlord is vulnerable. It's going to buy him a lot of time, and the scouts are being produced. He is going mass scouts here. Not the robo build that I thought it would be, and this Overlord gonna come in here and see what the fuck is going on here. Like, I guess he's gonna go for Carapace, so he's gonna go for 10k. He's gonna go for drops. That's what the Koreans love to go for mass drops in Zerg. And yeah, it can work because it's like the equivalent of the High Templar drop, except you have to invest $1 million Overlord drop ships and Defilers and Lurkers and all that stuff. So obviously a lot bigger of a risk. Look at these ballsy ass Overlords. 3 Overlords just chilling really close to his base despite the mass Corsair out here. 10k. I think 10k is getting trolled right now. Pretty hard. I wouldn't be too happy seeing this mass scouts coming into my base. The mass upgraded scouts here. The Corsairs. Yeah, this is actually hilarious. This is actually hilarious. Adding on additional gateways, and there are all the robos, so he is gonna. It is kind of what I thought it was, but instead of Corsairs, it's Scouts. I think he's just going to try to go for a main snipe with these. A lot of Scourges coming in here. I don't think 10k really knows what's going on yet. These Corsairs have done a pretty good job of keeping him out of his base. I could be wrong. The minimap fucks up when you don't keep it on the one person's vision the whole time. But Mr. 10k, yeah, just getting ready for a drop. I don't know how he thinks he's going to get this drop in when these Corsairs are just patrolling. One Reaver trying to sneak up here. Corsairs going to pick off that Overlord. And, oh man, this is... Yeah, you don't see mass scouts every day. Glad JH is doing this. Yeah, because we're starting to get pretty sick of that choking Protoss versus Zerg style. So yeah, it's a little refreshing to see. Getting all of his upgrades going, nearly maxed out here. Yeah, he's just going pure. Oh no, he is actually getting the Reaver. So this is just a super cool variation of yeah, what I was talking about. It's going to be massing on, and you can afford all of this with your triple, all of this gas taken. So he's just maximizing the full trollness of the Protoss. Just going to use these gateways for High Templars, and here we go, 10k though. At 114 supplies, these Corsairs. Oh, and here's that drop coming in here. Corsairs are out of position, but he has a Reaver at front with a bunch of cannons, and JH, yeah, just having himself a time right now. These drops coming in here. I think this is when the scouts are finally going to be revealed here. The scouts are going to come in here. Absolutely. I'm smiling this whole time because it's just so funny to me that you can go scouts versus such a high level player. More than enough cannons. These scouts are going to be here. This drop is not going to work. This attack at the front going to get absolutely smothered. 10k thought he was playing against a normal person, but JH is in full troll hard mode now. All of those Overlords are going to get taken out in this beautiful attack here. While he's holding the front still, tons of Reavers here. All of his Overlords were in time. All of those cannons were up in time. So this got killed harder than it could possibly ever get killed, and now we are going to see the beauty of the mass scouts here. Gonna come in here, gonna even use Disruption Web, and gonna target down this main. This is absolutely beautiful stuff here. Too funny. You're even gonna drop these Reavers down here now. And yeah, this is a masterclass here by JH and on how to play Protoss versus Zerg. If you thought Zerg versus Protoss was hard, and wait until you have to come up against a build like this, and you're just like, what the F do I do? Unless you have a map hack like DinGo or Jose, it's really hard to prepare blindly for what your opponent's doing. And yeah, 10k, it's obvious, like for $1,000, which is like 10 years of streaming for some of these players. So they don't want to give up. Obviously, if there's a chance, you might as well just stay in it. Obviously, the chance is probably less than 1% at this point. But you might as well. You never know. That's people win the lottery, and the chances of winning that is like 1 in a trillion zillion, right? So, hey, stick around. I don't mind seeing JH troll you out one more time. Just gonna remax the scouts, and gonna go in here with those reavers now. Reaver, Disruption Web, Corsair, pretty good. Yeah, he can just attack the armies now. He doesn't even need to go for the main. Disruption Web's going down, and Scouts and Reavers, pretty good. I've seen Brain do trolly stuff like this before too. But yeah, it's pretty nice. Feels pretty good pulling something like that. Nice shot off on the workers. He did manage to kill off the scouts, because scouts aren't very good versus HyDrA, but more than enough damage done here. So hard to win without your main. Continuing to build himself some scouts and corsairs. And yeah, this is GG here. Another drop gonna come down here. A blammo, shmammo, and yeah, devastation station down to 36 workers. Micro in his life out there, keeping that alive too. GG gonna be called, and I forget the score because I'm a little too high, but I think JH is up now 2-1, but we'll see. I rename all the replays, game 1, game 2, game 3, game 4, so I don't forget. See you guys in the next one. Okay, so JH is up 2-1 now, and yeah, 10K. Gonna be blessed here once again. It almost seems like that happens. The person who is down gets the redemption position here. At least it's nice when it works out like that, because now JH is gonna be Zerg right underneath the Terran, and yeah, it's gonna be extremely tough to win this one. If it goes into the late game, you're just going to be constantly abused. The tanks can reach over, so you can't even build spy, or they have spores at the very top. You're going to be eradicatated. You're going to be nuked. You're going to be, it's just not even fun. The Terran doesn't even have to leave its base to kill you, and that's pretty much okay. But he's actually going to go for a factory here, which yeah, it's going to actually be even better for this. Yeah, for these positions. You're gonna have tanks out that much earlier to abuse, and yeah, 10K is gonna have to do something. This would be a time for 10K to go for that Zergling build. It could work this time. I don't know. Yeah, because I think if you don't build your bunker, like sometimes you just don't build a bunker and put the Marines in it, you could die unless you just micro like a madman with those vultures. All right, we're back into the game time. Does have that extractor down. Gonna get that only single southern colony up here, double factory, and he is producing Marines here as well. You're gonna get a third factory. Typically, you get a third factory. Sometimes you can pull your workers. He's going to know what he's going up against, so maybe he's just going to go 2 factory into a quicker starport, as you don't need a lot of stuff. But I just like to get the 3 factories just so I can apply some pressure. But yeah, 10K is going to know what to do. JH is Zerg, one of the better Zergs for sure. I think Scan has a really excellent Zerg. Obviously Brain. Just some really good Zergs. 10K not going to keep that SCV alive this time. We'll microwave back at home. See what this gas is going to go down for. Going to go for that link speed, so he is going to go for the link speed. Not the same build as last time, because he already has an additional 2 hatcheries. The gas is obviously a little bit later. Yeah, gonna get that 4 Marines, which you do usually stop at just to fill up that bunker that typically you place just back at home, just as a safety net versus any zealots. And he skipped vultures completely and went right into siege tanks before that 3rd factory. Saved up all of his gas for that upgrade, and yeah, this is even more vulnerable to that mass speedling. 10K, ballsy as hell. Just that last game when mass speedlings did this exact same thing versus JH, and yeah, he's not even going to consider it for 1 second that it's a possibility to be done to him. He's actually gonna bring this in here. Super annoying to deal with, but yeah, super fun to do as a Terran player. But that's even going to prevent him from building any more Marines here. So these 4 Marines and 2 tanks are going to be the only army that he has other than the vultures that are popping out now, is getting that vulture speed upgrade, which will be super helpful in this kind of situation. And here we go, the first encounter going to come in here. Yeah, he's going to have to keep these vultures alive. He has to keep the vultures alive. He has to micro them with his poor little heart out here. So far, so good. Vultures can technically stay alive forever, and they'll start one-shotting this. Okay, so no, 3 vultures. This is actually why, I guess, why you don't do it versus factory vultures. They're much better than marines, obviously, here. Beautiful micro by taeng. Didn't barely lose anything here. Lost those marines, and that's just about it. Keeping those tanks alive. Mass-producing the vultures here now. JH going for those workers. Might as well get something done, and he actually is getting super quick ass HyDrAs here as well. So very nicely done. It's just crazy how good these guys are at microing and macroing. Like just instantaneous at 300 APM makes such a difference. And yeah, we have the 4 factories, no starports yet. Even going to save this barracks, which is nice, so you can continue to build factories. And the siege attack has started here at the front of the base. And JH really in a tough situation here. Yeah, vulture tank pretty good, especially if he starts laying down those widow mines. And there we go, widow mines, right as I say it, on cue. Yeah, just gets that nice protection on those siege tanks, and the siege tanks just going to make their way inside of that choke. Zerg has now been penetrated, and he needs to call the police because this is not consensual at all. These tanks gonna be a little. Oh, never mind. There's some vultures there picking them up. Vultures versus HyDrA, not a fight that you feel good about losing as the HyDrA. And yeah, this is just the beginning of the end here. Widow mines all over your base. Choke down. Interesting that he's going down instead of over. Usually you go up here to go for that minerals, but maybe he just doesn't want to get a surround, just wants to be able to cause as much disruptions as possible. We do see some lurkers, and of course the carapace getting, or not the carapace, Overlord movement getting upgraded there, because he wants to sneak a couple of lurkers. Slow Overlord lurker drop. That's what he's thinking right now, as a last-ditch effort. It's those little kind of things that you're like, Hail Marys. That's what they're called, little Hail Marys. No detection here at all for Mr. taeng. So these lurkers are actually going to be good if they stay out of the range of these widow mines. Widow mines, yeah, the only detection, but yeah, these tanks are all nicely spread out, and he's not going to be able to deal with that, even though no detection is in sight. Getting those turrets up here, yeah, this is not taeng's first birthday, whatever that dumb saying is. The lurkers going forward. Oh, okay, good, killed that before them. They just trying. Oh, and look at that! How ghosty was that? He put his Goliath on top of the lurker and then target fired it, so the splash damage would kill it. Super ghosty, super epic ghosty stuff here. And yeah, this is going to taeng 100%. GG is called, and we are all tied up. It's what every StarCraft fan could possibly ask for. Great stuff here. Great showing by these Koreans so far. And we'll see you in that next game. But first, I'm going to go get a little high. Okay? Be right back. What is up? Game number 5. taeng, Zerg, JH, Terran. Decent. Everyone got corners. Everyone got not Protoss. Should be a good one. Let's see how she goes. We will go ahead and turbo speed up this beginning, because nothing's going to blow my mind, guaranteed, in these first couple of minutes. And after you cast enough games, you feel like you're just on repeat when you're saying the same shit over and over again. So I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. We'll see what stuff happens. First 2 minutes, basically throw it in the garbage. We got the gas versus the 3 barracks. Choke established. 1 drone being sent out. 6 Zerglings going to be built. First Marine though, alright, now we're back to normal speed. First Marine scouted. This is when the action begins. Zerglings. 8 Zerglings being produced. 10 Zerglings being produced. taeng likes to build his early Zerglings, getting that hella early speed. This is the taeng Zerg style. JH going bio this time though. So I think bio a little bit more vulnerable. He's going for that speedling once again. Okay. So taeng, this is a regular thing from him. JH going for that command center. Very interesting stuff, these little things. I wonder why you go for the command center. You don't typically go for a command center in this build, but I guess it helps a lot if they're getting super aggressive like this. Because if they do that, then you're just ahead, right? If they do that, you hold on. Your economy is just booming, and then it's just a matter of establishing yourself and not dying. We see all of these Zerglings getting rallied up again. Zergling speed just about to be done. Metabolic boost. Don't think I have ever called it that before in my life. Why don't they just change it to speedlings? Change Zerglings into Ling Lang. Zerg hatchery. Layer being done though, so this is a little bit of an adjustment here. JH knows exactly what's going on. Throws down this bunker though, but this bunker a little bit later than last time. But he has not taken any damage, so these Marines are going to get into a nice little position here. You can see JH making himself as much of a wall as he can, and he's going to go for that factory here. Getting that surround here, going for that factory though, bought him enough time to go for that bunker, but JH doesn't really need that bunker. Nice little fortification here, keeping all of his supplies safe over here, but still, no, okay, taeng is not going to risk that. He knows that even if he does get all of his Zerglings will die, he will not be able to run away from that, so decides against that. Gonna go for that factory though. The factory's still looking pretty juicy. Yeah, gonna commit to that this time. 180, 140, 190 is gonna get canceled this time, so at least JH is gonna get a little bit of a refund on that. So yeah, just nice stuff here from taeng. I don't know how much that's worth it. I guess like it really does prevent the Terran from doing anything super aggressive. Spire gonna go down in classic taeng fashion. He must just. I wonder if he thinks that mutas are the best option, or if it's like he's just a little stuck in his ways of the low money. Because then low money Zerg versus Terran, you pretty much always go for mutas no matter what. You don't necessarily need to do that though in fastest. That's why a lot of those pure fastest players have really shitty muta micro, because we don't really need to use mutas too much unless we're like muta bombing, where we just control a group and then click on a main. But the Koreans, they gotta do a lot. They gotta be constantly microing their mutas in that low money just to stay alive, picking off those big Terran armies until they get those Defiler, Lurker, Ultras, all that fun stuff. Is Stim gonna come in here, but taeng has a nice little concave of sunkens around this hatchery. Really gonna mess with the AI of those Marines here, and yeah, he is safe for the time being, getting 3 gases here, which is the prime number that you want for your mutas. And Mr. JH just slowly chugging away here. His 33 SCVs getting a armory, so it looks like he is probably gonna throw down another starport. He's gonna go for those Valkyries once again. Does get that turret up every single time right here, which I do like. Sometimes the Koreans just neglect to do this kind of stuff, which can just save you from, a lurker or something. Some one single dumb lurker here could just save you from that. JH though, getting, and even and here at the front too. I like that. I like that a lot. Just these little things basically cost you nothing. Stimming forward here, going to take out a single sunken, going to target that second sunken. Mutas coming in here, going to try to pick off these Marines while they're going down. 3 sunkens down. So this is very nicely done here from JH, applying a lot of pressure, getting another turret down, which can just be helpful, keeping these Marines back with their medics alive. First tank on the way, and adding 2 more barracks this time. So JH not going to mess around too much. I also like that response too, instead of the super starports, which sometimes can get a little costy. There you go. Look at that turret coming in handy already. Good stuff. That single turret down here, especially with those small number of units, can just save you from losing any unnecessary things. Rebuilding these sunkens. First tank going to be out here. We're going to have to watch that how JH protects it once again. 7 mutas here. One really low muta gets taken down. Turret, another turret down, which is very nice. JH playing this super nicely here. 3 turrets. Getting some pressure on. We do have the Queen's Nest out here. The Hive is going to be done shortly. Has 5 barracks, which is the prime number. Getting the second armory down for his upgrades. Second starport, yeah, so he's going to go for those Valkyries. No science facility yet, quite yet. I don't see anywhere. Hive is starting here. We got the mutas here doing the HyDrA den here at the front. And the Marines are pretty much eliminated. Keeping those medics alive, though, still can be very good. 10k, yeah. Microing very nicely here. Gonna come over here, try to pick off some reinforcements. I like that. Overlord goes down a little sloppy. That's the Overlord that he groups with his mutas to get them to stack like that. You constantly have to be changing it. There you go. He just changed it to this one here. This will be the new Overlord. Look at that, even repairing the tank, very nice stuff. Sacrificing, not really sacrificing, but 2 mutas going down, getting picked off as they attempt to pick off that tank. Continuing to reinforce here in small numbers, but constantly microing them very nicely here. Tank A doing a lot better job this time. He's not been close to being penetrated yet. Has not had to make any Zerglings or anything yet, but just been able to use his mutas and sunkens, which is what you want. So Tank A playing this a lot. Excuse me, better than that last game. And sometimes that's all. If you play the same thing twice in a row, you kind of know what you did wrong. This Overlord getting close to dying again, the one that he does have in his group. Goes through thing I think Brain Dude. He'll get a Zergling like stuck between 2 buildings, and then he'll hotkey that with his mutas. So it's, he doesn't have to use Overlords. And yeah, he even has like a little trick to do it with the Evo Chambers, which is, yeah, a nice little thing to do if you ever get in a situation where you feel like you need to micro more mutas at 300 APM. Picking off those tanks once again, and the JH only has 1 factory, so every time he picks off that tank, it is just really slowing him down here. These Marines getting forward here, causing Tank K to have to pull a few more drones from back home to reinforce his wall. Just 6 Marines, but they're getting healed crazily good by those medics. The Scourges just in time to pick off these Valkyries. And yeah, just very intense little micro battles here. Back at home, good macroing here by JH, getting his upgrades going. Tank K adding another additional hatchery, getting his HyDrA out here. Don't know if he has lurkers or if he's just going to use this to fight. No Guardians yet. He is producing 4 Guardians. Gonna send in these 2 mutas here with his HyDrA. And once again, it looks like 10k just really good at just having enough here to stop these armies. And JH just likes to send them in just small enough at a time. But it's what you have to do. You have to be sacrificing your. Well, you have to be. Yeah, you have to be sacrificing army sometimes just to apply pressure, just to keep that, to prevent that Zerg from just macroing out of control. You can see that he still has a steady, heavy high SCV count compared to the Zerg player. Guardian's gonna come out. Excuse me. They do need to be protected by something. Doesn't want to just throw them away. Finally adding some more additional factories here, because yeah, I think you need at least 2 factories. 1 factory, just not enough tanks. And I think Tank K's picking up on that, and that's why he's switching into these HyDrA a little bit earlier. Because last time JH built a lot of Valkyries, and that's the same thing he's doing this time. So you don't want to commit too much, because Valkyries can't shoot down. So if you switch into this, which it looks like he is going to do that. He does have the Defiler Mount, consume all 3 Evo Chambers up and upgrading. And it looks like he's just going to transition to these HyDrA lists. Really going to capitalize on this, on the Marine Valkyrie build that JH is going for. Really try to counter those mutas, which obviously have been a nightmare for these players who do not especially prepare for them. So yeah, this is anybody's game still. JH has not won this game. taeng not dead yet. Starting to get some turrets up here. He wants to be able to know if there's any run-bys, any drop attempts. They love to get their drops on. Drops can be super good with the Guardians and Mutas as well. Can buffer your way in while also doing some damage. We're just waiting on tanks here now from Mr. JH. JH has no tanks right now. He has everything to kill a Muta army, but nothing to kill a HyDrA army. And luckily for taeng, he's actually getting all HyDrA. So if I was to predict what's going to happen just as a spectator, I think taeng is going to win. I think we're going to see our first Zerg win in a long time. But then maybe I'll just be wrong and JH will crush him right here. Defiler? Okay, Defiler is out. Just heard the first consume here. Gonna be able to throw that down. And those HyDrAs not gonna be taking much damage. Gonna run these Marines under though as well, which yeah. They're just gonna have that dumb little thing where everyone's just shooting in the dark. No one can do any damage to each other. Valkyrie's coming in here. Gonna start sending in vessels, I imagine. He needs to go a little bit more heavy on the vessel than the Valkyrie. I think he has more than enough Valkyries now. And hopefully he identifies sooner than later that he's not up against mass air anymore. These Valkyries is not trading very efficiently either, so yeah, he needs to be done with the Valkyries. Way too many Valkyries there, JH, and that could be the end of you. Valkyries have at least cleared the way for these. We'll see if taeng got Burrow. He's gonna go for the Eraser though once again, and yeah, Burrow. You can hear them all burrowing now. No kills. Oh, we got 2 kills. It looks like there. So nice quick burrow there from taeng. Has those all hockey. Gonna finish that vessel off with a Scourge. But yeah, even just burrowing them, that even though you don't kill anything, you're preventing the Zerg from collecting. So if you're constantly doing that, the Zerg's economy will be affected slowly but surely. 2 more tanks just completely unprotected here. Finally has enough factories to get his tank count up. Gonna start lifting up these barracks so we can just mass all ground. JH in no hurry, and yeah, I really think this Zerg is gonna win this one. I think we're finally gonna see a Zerg win, but one thing can just stop this from happening. A nice little Plague on this would be nice. Yeah, Plague all on the beautiful stuff. The Koreans do like what you think in your head that would be perfect hypothetically in your this would be really cool, and then bam, they fucking do it. Beautiful stuff. Yeah, these Valkyries have just been an absolute waste this game. And I just love that they get no spore, just so not worried about it. So not worried about it. And still, yeah, we haven't seen a Zerg even get to max yet, I don't think. I think they've all died before they've been able to get to max. Usually if you can max out a Zerg, that's usually when you know you can win. Because you usually will have enough, or even if you are maxing and you're just alive, then you can just start massing up your hatcheries and everything. Lots of consumes going down, and all these overlords hanging around like this, I feel like he is going to go for some kind of drop, but yeah, with this... okay, he's wanted to push forward here. No tanks on the ledge here. Really good thing to do in this kind of spot is to put tanks on the ledge. Can really help with dealing this push out, and especially if you had all those Valkyries, then there's literally no way that those tanks can die without taking some hella damage. Our vessels coming in here again, gonna throw some E-Rads down. Burrowing initiated. There you go. He is getting some tanks up here now. 1 Guardian dealing with it. The invincible lurker swarm here is up and going, and yeah, the Zerg's gonna be able to finish up his economy. Maybe throw down like maybe a spore or two, just so these vessels can't continue to run in. Hella vessels being built right now. I think that's the play right now versus the lurkers. Devour, you need a lot of vessels, because sometimes you have to just start eradicating the lurkers, and if you can just get all the lurkers, then the swarm isn't too big of a deal. That's when the fire bats can start coming in handy and all that good stuff. JH going to be doing a lot of harassment there. Got a nice turret wall in here, getting a contain on the Zerg. Not going to lose to anything too crazy, and going to go in here with a bunch of errated defense matrix vessels. Going to try to catch the Zerg off guard. If this gets on them for 1 second, they will be dying, but does burrow them. Going to go for the gas drones here, which is still a good idea. Picking off all those gas drones that refuse to get burrowed. And yeah, pretty good. You know, I think it's not cost efficient if this was a regular map, but in fastest, that's exactly what you want to do. And you can see the gas definitely affected by taeng K. A couple of spores would really help there. More Valkyries, lots of scans going down. Big drop getting loaded up though. I don't know how that's going to get through here. Going through the front, tanks. Not many vessels are left though, so yeah, I don't know how good this attack is going to do. He still has nothing to deal with this defiler here. Defilers are going to go in, and all these tanks are going to die. These HyDras are ready to pick off these Valkyries that are coming in, trying to kill these overlords. Tanks do sneak in all around here, but again, not quite going to be enough, I don't think. No, actually, you know what I would like to see from JH? Instead of bring those in, if he filled maybe, oh there, he's doing it, dropships now. Yeah, he's getting dropships now. That's what I'm thinking. Since there's no static defense, mass tank drop, like if you 6 tanks down there, they're gonna try to react to that at the same time. I don't know, man. You get a bunch of... Yeah, that could be good. I like that. So JH is picking up on that. Yeah, you see some dropships queued up. Gonna take advantage of the lack of defense around here. These Guardians coming out here, they want to clear out all of these turrets, so then he can start possibly getting some muted Guardians over here on the side. But yeah, you don't want to let the Zerg out here. You don't want if the Zerg can get the Defilers and Lurkers starting to push into your base, that's not good. Terran has to prevent this from happening. Has to make them slowly swarm forward here. Those Guardians are finally coming over here. Going to start picking off some of these turrets to eventually make way for, I think, some Overlords. Tank here going to pick off that HyDrA den. Hopefully he has another one. Might forget about that. And yeah, this another Valkyrie run by going to be done here. Starting to load up these tanks. I feel like, yeah, you should just wait for all of this to come in together, and this could be good. He's reestablished a little this choke here, which is what you want. Gonna not make it easy for the Zerg player to come out of his base. Those barracks out here are just floating around. HyDrA den being rebuilt, realizes now that he has lost it. And this, I like this too. Okay, I think the drop's gonna go. Where did the drop go? The drop's gonna come up the top, which is where he wants to go. He's gonna distract them all with the stuff coming down here. So all of the units that he uses to defend are gonna come down here, trying to fill up these dropships too. So this is a very crucial moment here, right in the game. Both players are preparing to kill each other, and that means someone's not gonna have something at home. This coming in here, a Plague coming down here. And at the meantime, this is the main thing. The drop coming here from the top. Doesn't even going to get the E-Rads off. This means the main is going to go down here. JH is going to take this game here, I think. Absolutely beautiful drop here. This main is absolutely mundo dundo gun. Perfect job from JH going for that drop here. Exactly what I was thinking. He figured it out at the same time I did. Wow, me and JH are almost the same level. Amazing stuff. Main down, Zerg down, GG, JH up 3-2 versus the #1 taeng. taeng in trouble once again. If he gets out of this group, it's going to be just by the skin of his teeth. This mass drop coming over here, so maybe it's not over yet. The big drop coming over here to do a reverse. Maybe we can see some kind of crazy base trade. JH still has a huge bank, so I think if it does come to a base trade, it's going to be in his favor. Dropping now, gonna need to get a defiler. No defiler, no lurker. This is a shamble drop. Last minute effort, but not going to do anything, and that is going to be GG. Well played by JH, and he is going to be on match point. taeng cannot lose another match, or else he is potentially not going to make it out of his group. So yeah, crazy stuff. Pretty much the winner of this is going to advance, because I think both players are going to beat Resoud, and if JH beats taeng, then he's probably not going to go to 7 games with Resoud, and therefore he'll have a better score and he will advance. So JH, taeng in the fight of their life right now. What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? We'll see you in the next game. Find out. We'll find out together, okay? We'll find out together. We're in this together. Game 6. Match point for the player we're looking at right now, Mr. JH. He's 1 win away from advancing. But, unfortunately for him, we are seeing a matchup that seems to be impossible to win as the Zerg player. Protoss versus Zerg. The good thing for him, let's look at the pros. He's in a corner position, and he is above the Protoss player. If this happens to get into the late game, if he's able to survive, he will be able to Guardian, drop, abuse this ledge here, and get to this main. The area for this main is not far away from the Zerg player, so if this gets into the late game, I'm liking JH's favor. But unfortunately, I don't think he's going to get to the late game, because taeng's Protoss is very good. But yeah, he's on a clock this time. So luckily for him, it looks like he is going to go for some forward gateways. And yeah, he's going to be able to apply some pressure. We have seen in the past. Oh my goodness, excuse me. I don't know why I smoked a bong in the middle of it. Got me all fucked up here. And yeah, he's going to skid him first too. So this is not looking good for JH at all. JH badly placed a hatchery. This is good for Terran, but they're not good for Protoss, because you're not going to be able to get a good wall. And he scouted first, so this is actually possibly the worst feeling, to be scouted first versus basically a mid build here. He's going to see that second probe come out here, and he's going to be he's going to be in for the game of his life. taeng wants this to go to game 7. He has to win this game, so he can't fuck around. This is his not fucking around build right now. Building the 3 gateways at the front. He's like, yeah, I'm on game point. I'm not going for any stupid ass double nexus scout build. I'm going for the in your face, balls to the walls, scout you first, send 3 probes out, build some pylons around your stupid hatchery so you can't build any sun colonies. Just abuse the F out of your face. 4 drones going to be sent down here. He knows he's in some dire trouble. He has to get them out. He hasn't even built a second hatchery yet. He is all in on trying to defend this. Trying to get a nice little spread here on the drone, which is very ghosty, but super good job by the probes. He's able to get 2 down at what cost. So the first zealot has arrived, and this is right in your face. Trying to attack it using these 3 probes to fight this one. Spreading his zealots up. The Zerglings are out. Luckily for taeng, or JH, he does get 8 Zerglings. He has pulled up all of his Zerglings, picking off the probes. He does pick off the probes. 2 probes at least. First Sunken is up, and yeah, so far, so good for JH, though taeng still going to be putting on the pressure big time. He just continuing to get the pylon so he doesn't get supply stuck. He's going to be building 3 zealots for the rest of his life. Going to try to sneak in the bottom way. I don't know if I like that. He had the top way. Could have been a lot better. But me, he's still trying to attack. He's not trying to sneak in. He is going to try to attack, and yeah, that's not good. Not good getting your zealot count reset here. So very good job by JH. But JH is, he committed a lot to that. So if taeng does decide to transition, which I think he's going to start slowly transitioning since he no longer has a huge number of sunkens, and he's going to see that this is a lot of sunkens. See how much more extra sunkens he had to build there to get that to a proper wall, and still no additional hatcheries. So yeah, JH, he is alive, but he's not looking good at all. He survived, sure, but yeah, he is. Yeah, he even got his main rallied to the front still. Just fixed that. Does have his overlords in great position, so he does see exactly what's going on. Knows where his position is. Is going to see that shit. Now my opponent is teching. What the f do I do? He's building 2 more sunkens at the front. Ugh, oh god, I don't like that at all. JH really does not want to die to this front, but that's not the name of the game, JH. You still have to win this game. But I guess he's also thinking if this does go into the late game, he is going to have an advantage. But at the same time, maybe the pressures get to him. $1,000, a lot of money. And look at this, he's actually going to try to run in here. So bidding all of those sunkens is going to be a good idea. And yeah, that's actually pretty good. He did still manage to get 3 zealots. I don't know how those zealots got through. I don't know how those zerglings let those elites get through. Don't know how. And he cannot afford to lose a single. Oh my goodness, look at that. 8 HP. Does not want to lose any drones here. Picks off that weak one. Sunken's going to get 2 shots off, which is actually going to be helpful there. It's going to be able to save his life here. But our Robo is upon us. +1 attack is upon us. JH just now adding his additional hatcheries, trying to get some gas. Lost an overlord somewhere too. Oh, he wasn't paying attention, and his overlord that was on top of the minerals died too. So that is absolutely devastating. Did not see that sneaky little cheeky cannon. 2 Robo Citadel. And yeah, we're going to a game 7, ladies and gentlemen. I can almost put a Tony G guarantee on this, unless these Zerglings somehow miraculously can Spartan these zealots. Look at that. Even taeng making a beautiful wall, getting a 1 cannon up, knowing that, yeah, this is his game to lose. Not going to fuck around one little bit. And, yeah, it's just going to be a matter of time. This first drop, I imagine, is going to devastate him. JH getting a Hail Mary. HyDrA is dead here. But I don't think he's going to be enough. I think he can literally just start first dropship, 4 Zealots. Second dropship, 1 Reaver, 2 Zealots. Third dropship, GG. So, yeah, I think we can actually, I don't think anyone's going to be too mad if I just times 2 this a little bit. This is just one of those times where I think normally JH would just leave, say GG, but yeah, since it's a tournament, since it's for that money, he is going to stay. Gonna shuttle these first 4, he's even gonna shuttle these next 4 afterwards. And it is not looking good for JH. It is not fun to get scouted first in this matchup. And yeah, here we go. Gonna try to pick up that dropship. He has to keep that dropship alive. So important to keep that dropship alive. And yeah, he's gonna have all these zealots and then 2 reavers. Oh my goodness. taeng. Why you gotta do him like this? And yeah, as a Zerg player, sometimes you know what's happening and there's just nothing you can do. These yeah, reavers are gonna come in here and these zealots are going to pave a way. You can see JH even throwing up sunkens here, knowing that he's going to need as much help as possible, trying to sneak these HyDrAs over here, which is such a nice move, but yeah, taeng, too good to let his dropship die, and the HyDrAs are going to die. Dropship going to come in here with 2 Reaver Beavers. Zealot speed done here. JH trying to micro his heart out, almost picking off that dropship, but too little, too late. If he somehow got that dropship, that would be huge. 1 shot away. No, he was gonna drop those reavers. Yeah, GG. We're going to a game 7. Let's hope it's a mirror matchup. That'd be the cool. Have a game not decided by matchup. What are you hoping for? Terran versus Protoss. Pretty much Terran versus Protoss is the only only fair matchup right now. So let's hope for it. We're going into game number 7. Winner advances pretty much, unless of course something crazy happens. But no, yeah, since taeng beat Resoud, I don't even think JH and Resoud matters. But yeah, whatever. We'll see. Game number 7. Too early to talk about that. Let's see the game number 7. Who's gonna win? Game number 7, and look at that. We are blessed with a Protoss versus Terran. Head on head, middle spot versus middle spot. No chokes, no place to hide. No one's gonna be able to turtle too hard. And yeah, this is anyone's game. taeng incredibly good. Terran versus Protoss. Protoss versus Terran. JH incredibly good at Protoss versus Terran. So yeah, no Zerg is going to be the reason. JH has every opportunity to win this. He's gotten the Protoss, and yeah, taeng he's done this. He knows that he has every opportunity to win too. Gonna actually get that depot first. Interesting. Usually you see the Koreans get that barracks first. We're not going to speed up any of this game. We are going to be watching everything. I'm not going to be missing any speedling upgrades this time. I am close. I'm even moving a little bit closer to the computer. I want to see everything that goes on here. So 2 gateways at home, 2 barracks at home. Everything looking pretty standard here. Interesting thing we'll see if JH is going to go for a command center or if he's going to go for a 3rd gateway. I think the minimum gateways you get is at least 3. If you're going to go super crazy, you go for 4. But you really have to get damage done if you're going for 4 gateways. Still, nothing is fully determined yet. Okay, it looks like he's going to go for 2 gateway nexus is my guess. 2 gateway nexus versus the 3 hatch or 3 barracks. I think he's gonna go 3 barracks academy. See if he decides to add any additional barracks. We can see that nexus down now. So 2 gate nexus versus. Let's see what taeng. Yeah, he's gonna get that refinery, and he's gonna get. They're gonna see each other. Okay, so everything is set in stone. We are gonna see that academy down, and this. JH needs to actually get a choke now. Needs to start thinking about a choke because taeng's marine micro is off the charts, and he is so aggressive with his marine medics. He'll fight your cannons. Do see that choke going down now for JH. Do see that forge going down immediately as well. Gonna get those first zealots in here, which JH is very good at doing, microing those small amount of units, but 2 marines are out on the map. Must have been chasing something here. First zealot was able to get at least 1 kill. Second zealot coming in here, gonna start jabbing away at the barracks. That's surely not what he wants to do. Gotta be something better to jab at there, bud. But gonna be jabbing anyway. SCV gonna come in here, gonna see that there is a gas assimilator. Next, it's gonna see everything that there is a possibility to pressure. I think Academy is gonna be nearly done here. 1 kill on that zealot as well. So I think what 2 kills total? No, only 1 kill. That was the zealot that only got 1 kill. So only 1 unit down so far for Mr. taeng. So right now, technically, he's in the lead. That core gonna go down here, getting 2 cannons here at his choke. Everything that he does need to do. Continue to micro here back at home. Gonna target that first zealot. Very nicely done. 2 marines go down for the price of 3 marines for 3 zealots. Very good trade here for taeng. Marines. Oh, range. He's going for range first before stim. SCV still alive here with 5 HP. Just 1 little probe touch will kill him. Pylon's going back on hero too. Yeah, this is intense. It looks like JH is gonna maybe go for dragoons. I don't know if it's gonna be a very quick robo right away. Probably a robo right away. I think that would be the best solution. But we'll see if he gets that good range or not. Citadel of a Doom, so we can actually go DTs maybe. DTs is, oh, look at that. That's a mistake. Double academy. That's definitely not what he wanted to do. No way that he wants 2 academies. Unless he gets stim and range at the same time. That would be pretty insane, but there's no way that he did that on purpose. Keeping that 5 HP. Oh, no. SCV down. That 4th unit down for taeng. taeng down 3 Marines and 1 SCV. I don't know how many probes JH has lost, but probably at least 1. Maybe the scouting one. I'm not sure. Oh, look at that. He is using the double. He did that on purpose. Oh, my God. He did it on purpose. He's going to get the medic upgrade, too. What a god taeng is. adding 2 more barracks. So he's going for a break right now. He is skipping the factory. He is going for the pressure, building some fire bats. Yeah, he's going to try to break him here. He is going to try to break him here. This is going to be intense. Is JH going to build enough cannons here? Does not want to throw these zealots away. He cannot throw these zealots away. If 10k kills all of these zealots, he's absolutely going to pressure here. Still, okay, no engineering rate, and still no factory down yet. Oh my goodness. Gotta make sure I'm recording now. Good, I am recording. This is... Yeah, okay, so, okay, he did keep all those zealots alive, which is good. There's not going to be any DTs. He's going to have speed legs, maybe by the time... There you go, he's pressuring it right now. Coming in, stimming forward. First cannon goes down. Keeping these zealots alive as well. Targeting these zealots, targeting the other cannons as well. 2 zealots, 2 cannons survive. Most people may back out here, but no, not 10k. He stims forward, going forward. Once again, going to take out this other cannon. Reinforcements are coming in here, and the choke has been penetrated. JH has now officially been penetrated. Cannons being thrown down back at home. No DT shrine. Did he not build a DT shrine? No, he did not build a DT shrine. So now his tech is going to be taken out here as well. These robos are going to be unpowered. Before this dropship even comes out, JH is in trouble here. 10k is... Like I said, he's a madman. He had those couple barracks. He's going to stim forward. You have to be careful. You have to overcompensate. You have to put a gateway in front of those cannons. You have to do something. These gateways going down now. More cannons trying to go forward, but 10k is absolutely going to be able to get a significant damage done here. Still, no DT shrine anywhere, so it doesn't even matter. Turrets are coming here. JH desperately trying to cut off reinforcements here. But I think he's going to start sending some SCVs here, just going to start building some bunkers, barracks in this base, and JH is going to have to deal with that. These Zealots doing a pretty good job cutting off all of the reinforcements once again, keeping this army as small as possible. But yeah, all of his tech, JH's tech is gone. If he would have built the robos back here, I think he'd be almost absolutely fine here for the most part. But all of his tech getting taken out, all of his army getting taken out, he's going to have a real hard time. Finally, that DT taunt shrine getting upgraded, but way too late. I feel like you have to get that way earlier. One DT can just really prevent your choke from going down here. JH obviously not dead yet, but he is in the works right now. Getting worked right now. Oh my god, how come I just keep fucking flicking off everybody? Yeah, if he would have got that one drop shot, there could have even been a possibility that he get the probe out of his base to expand, but as it is right now, he's going to have very limited gateways. Bunkers getting thrown down is exactly what you want to do as a Terran player. Just going to fuck this Protoss player up a lot right now. Protoss forced to rally his units behind his base. Robotics finally rebuilt here at the back. He does luckily have the support base, so maybe he got an upgrade off while all that is happening. High Templar Storm getting upgraded. But yeah, this is going to be a real tough spot. That factory getting done, the science facility getting done. No command centers out here, so Taeng really going to be applying the pressure. You can see JH has got himself a decent supply, so like he's not completely dead yet, but as his bunkers continue to get built, it's going to be just real tough here. Speed zealots once again going to try to come down the side, get as big of a surround as they can, want to trade as good as possible, and if he's able to clean this up, then the game is absolutely come back to being reset. JH may actually be in the lead. You can see he has a significant worker count, but yeah, I don't think 10k is going to allow this to happen. I'm going to try to pick off these tanks that are coming by, and yeah, once these tanks are going to be stopped, it's going to be even that much harder. The Reavers are not going to be able to do what they want to do. Possible counter drop though. Maybe he wants to save that Reaver and just go for a counter drop. I think that may be the play here. If you can bankrupt JH or Taeng, okay, then maybe you have a chance of slowly inching your way out of this base. Also, that dropship, I think he needs to get a probe out of this base ASAP. He needs to expand to possibly get some reinforcements coming in from the back. He can use reinforcements to cut off the reinforcements like he's been doing instead of trying to run around. But these tanks are going to start pushing away. He's getting closer and closer to his mate. He's going to start using this Reaver to pick off these tanks. He really wants to pick these tanks off nicely by 10k, picking them off with the Marines, but they traded. And yeah, JH slowly turning this forward, but his gateways are getting eliminated. No gateways equal no units. And yeah, JH just making that small little mistake of underestimating the power of 10k's Terran Marine medic power push, because yeah, he just did not get quite enough cannons there. He had like 6 with like 12 zealots, but like 24 Marine medics somehow still was able to destroy it. Is going for that counter drop with one single High Templar. I think it would have been better to get a Reaver because the High Templar is just going to kill the workers potentially. But, oh my goodness, at this point, JH attacking maybe a little too early. You almost want to just save up until you're completely maxed. But yeah, he wants to try to keep these tank numbers low. High Templar coming in here to try to counterattack. If he can get this drop off, he's absolutely not dead whatsoever. Tons of robos going down here back at home, but he's going to have no more barracks here. This drop coming in here. Let's see if anyone is going to react to it. Drop coming down. Gonna kill almost all the workers, down to 13 workers. Huge stuff right there. So JH doing exactly what he needs to do. He's up to 62 workers. So if he's able to just clear this out, he absolutely is going to advance to this next round. He's going to eliminate Taeng K if he can eliminate this bunker tank army in the base. Taeng K in a lot of trouble now. The Reavers coming forward with these speed zealots. Defensive matrix coming down, very nicely done on that tank. Reavers just trying to pick off these tanks. They're just targeting these tanks down. They need to kill the tanks. Big shot going off though on the Marines, though. That also can help lower these Marine numbers. The reinforcements are going to be a lot slower coming in here. Wasn't lucky for him getting a second command center, but yeah, he is 13 Marines, 13 SCVs. I mean, just barely able to continue this push forward. Knows that he has to kill this JH quickly, quick, because yeah, time is running out. Excellent job here by JH picking off these tanks here. This is still anybody's game. These Reavers doing work right now. But bunkers, tanks, turrets, is it going to be too much? Once again, stimming forward with these Marines trying to pick up the dropship. It does pick up the dropship. One Reaver, both Reavers going down. And oh my goodness gracious, JH fighting for his life right now. But these bunkers so powerful in the base. Siege tanks is so nice to offensively be defensive here. And he just has to get to that main. If he can get the probes, then it is game over. But he doesn't want to overextend because he knows that his economy is pretty much dead. This drop coming in for another drop here. Is Taeng K going to see it? Drop coming down here. It got 17 kills. It got 4 or 5 again there. Oh my goodness, that is just huge right there. And again, a Reaver would be so big in that situation too. I think these Reavers almost need to just start picking off the Marines. Tank's inching closer. The JH has to stop before he gets to the base. He cannot lose his workers. If he loses his workers, that is absolutely going to be GG. These Reavers continue to pump out, almost overproducing dropships there for a second. He's at 122 supply. He's significantly ahead, down to only 10 SCVs. Is Mr. Taeng K pushing forward for his life. His life is depending on his tournament. Life is literally depending on this. Could be a $1,000 game right now. These Reavers dropping. Oh my goodness, getting picked off before they can even kill anything. He needed to send those zealots with that to buffer for the Reavers. He can't just be sending these Reavers in by themselves. And he is 1 inches away, literally inches away from getting that probe shot. If he gets the probe shot, it's going to be game over. JH will not be able. These tanks are absolutely going to go to siege in front of the thing, and oh, he misses the main shot. Still has 46 probes. The Marine's moving forward though. I think he's able to do it. I think Taeng K just able to do it. The Marine probes going down. Minerals stopping for JH, and it looks like it's just enough. Another drop coming in here with the Reaver this time. Going to be able to take out all the workers, so it could be some kind of crazy base trade. Taeng K somehow doesn't have 50 minerals to build it. No, he is going to have just enough Marines to take that out back at home. And yeah, this looks like Taeng K, holy Christ, just able to hold on and win this in one of the most intense game segments that we've ever seen in my life. Yeah, I think Taeng K with that is going to be able to advance now. Another drop coming in here. And Taeng K finally gonna pull that. Knows that he doesn't. Yeah, knows he can't just keep eating those shots like that. And these Reavers gonna be able to build a couple more scarabs. His main is alive. He still does have some things, so it's not completely over yet. Literally 9 SCVs versus 10 SCVs going forward. The Reavers still doing a fairly good job. If somehow 3 Reavers, 2 Zealots can take off this whole thing, but I don't think it's gonna be enough. I think Taeng K has officially won this game in a crazy, intense one, and he is going to advance. I think he's going to be the first player to advance now. I don't think the other series matters. We're still obviously going to watch it and cast it, JH versus Resoud, but yeah, wow, that was a doozy. Well done by Taeng K. JH gave it a fight, but just not enough. Little slow on the DTs, not enough cannons there at the choke. But Taeng K, I know if I ever play UPVT, I'm going to build a shit ton of cannons at my choke. I'm going to be a scared little bitch versus you because those stim Marines are scary. Yeah, wow, GG, congratulations. That was a good ass series. I thoroughly enjoyed that. And yeah, well done, 10K. Gonna be our first player. Let's see who else joins them in that final group. One player from each of the 3 groups is gonna go to the final group. And yeah, 10K, the #1 seed player, the first player to make it. Congratulations. I'll update the scores and everything below. Keep you guys all in the loop so I can kind of remember. You guys can remember. We can all see visually. And yeah, whatever, guys. GG. Later, bitches.